everybody, and welcome to Discipleship Debrief for today. And I'm glad you could join us. We are going to be continuing in our discipleship series. We got one verse today that will kind of set up this study. Tries to answer the question, or does its best to answer the question. Why does God allow suffering? Why is there suffering in the world? And the question has been raised. Well, couldn't He stop those things? Why does He allow people to suffer? And one reason is it's the effects of sin. God decided to uh, give man free choice, and He chose evil, and because of the consequences of evil, there is suffering and pain in the world. But why does He allow people that serve God? Why does He allow His people that are followers, disciples, to suffer? There's an interesting text in Exodus when they were in slavery, and it uh, reads this way. And it came to pass in the process of time that the king of Egypt died, and the children of Israel sighed by reason of the bondage. And they cried, and their cry came up unto God by reason of the bondage. So they cried because they were enslaved. Um, and that word cried there in the Hebrew is basically it means a wordless thing of anguish and just hopelessness. And they cried, and then later on in verse 25 it says God heard their cry. And then later on in the Old Testament, He reminds His people that if you don't listen for the cry of others, that He will destroy you. And Egypt didn't listen to the cry, and He destroyed them. um, and so he wants us to take the suffering, and we go through suffering so that we can help others and comfort them when they suffer. And we need to be people of the ears. Remember last time, we're not people of the eyes following our desires and what we want, but we're people of the ears. We listen to God's voice, and God wants us to listen to the cry of the disenfranchised, the cry of those that have been displaced by sin, the cry of those that are suffering, even those that are serving the Lord that are suffering. He wants us to listen to their cry and to help them. And so that's the lesson, is to listen to those that are in pain, not trying to figure out why they're in pain. I've had people go to people that have had situations and say things like, well, if you wouldn't have done this, this wouldn't have happened. That's not the time to do all that. And I'm not sure there's ever really a time to do that. And so we need to remember to listen to the cry that people have when they suffer. I don't know why God allows all the suffering that He does, other than He wants to use it to help us to relate to others, and also to show Himself strong in the middle of the suffering. So until next time, love God, love each other, and listen for the suffering and the cry of others, and try to be a comfort to them. God bless you.